Oh my God, that episode was so intense. Well, it is clearly Cam and Kayleigh's house. However, it's also Jozea and Davonne's. So let's break it down in that insane ice cold elimination in just 1 second.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Thank you very much.
Not necessarily the best Spice Girls song for
The most underrated.
everybody else in the world that wanted to hear Spice Up Your Life if you're a girl.
Hey, this song's for all the real Spice Girl fans out there.
All right, which
Yeah,
we can definitively state Amanda is not. She's never heard of the Spice Girls. Now, Jenna and Amanda are the same age. Jenna knows the deep tracks. Where did Amanda live under a bloody rock? A bloody rock?
A bloody rock?
How does she not know
She wants
the
to live
Spice
under
Girls?
Joss's rock. But let's get into it, man. Okay, welcome in, guys. Episode 9 of the Challenge Final Reckoning. This episode was so good. It was so intense. It had everything. It had so much. We have a lot to cover. We're going to go through everything tonight. That elimination, Jozea and Davonne's game plan, them going back in the house and going head-to-head with Tori. We got to break it all down. We got a special segment. We got news and gossip. And we got 4 people on this full panel. Justin is here. What's up?
What is up? AfterBuzz, it's your boy Jay Yang. Super excited to talk about tonight's episode because I can't stand Jozea and Davonne. Okay? I can't stand them. Okay, and I know there's a lot of people in the chat who can't stand them too. So let me know in the comments if you like them or hate them.
We're going to have a lot of embrace debate tonight. A lot of different opinions at this table. Let's go.
Also very excited. This was an episode that started off a little slow, and then it was like, wow, 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 and the wows just kept on
3
coming.
wows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 wows in all caps. It was
And the Pam Raider this episode was 3 wows.
3 wows. I give it 3
Okay.
wows. W's.
Dan, how many wows?
Dan the man here. I'm going to go with 2.5 wows.
Ooh, okay.
Very
You know
excited to
It
talk,
was good.
as always. Ginger Spice, Posh Spice, Sporty
Sporty.
Spice, Crazy Spice, Baby Spice. Come on, Amanda,
them.
let's go.
All the
Nice,
spices.
Dan! I love
right.
that. And also honorable mention to Justin because he picked the song Stop. He didn't go basic, y'all. He didn't go wannabe, which is very...
Yo, boy
Or
Jay!
or
Your
say
boy
you'll be
Jay!
there,
Yo,
bro.
Jay. And I also want to give a shout out to Roberta Palato.
I'm sorry if she
in
messed up
the
your
live
name.
chat because she said Amanda said on Twitter she did know about the Spice Girls. She just doesn't understand Joss most of the time. But she,
Excuses.
but I think she understands a
Yes.
different
Thank
language
you.
he's
Yes,
putting
thank
out
you.
there, if you know what I mean, y'all. Okay, let's get into this episode. Oh my God. So crazy. It was so intense. My heart was beating so fast. This elimination was so scary. It was so dangerous. Overall thoughts. Well, we did the wow thing.
Yeah.
We have so much to talk about. We did the wow
Yeah.
thing. Those are our overall
Hop into
thoughts.
the first topic. Go for it.
Hop in the first topic. Hop it in. So they get back into the house. TJ has this spread. They toast Shane, the MVP, obviously, because he won that for the opposite team. Zach and Amanda, they have the power move they're going through, and they call Jozea and Davonne a garbage team. Kind of harsh. Garbage team. We're moving along. I want to make mention of Ashley lounging on the couch like Rose in Titanic, Draw Me One of Your French Girls, Leo. And she...
Justin liked that one.
Yeah, I did.
Justin laughing out loud.
I did. I was like, oh.
I gotta laugh. So she is trying to keep this whole sleepover. She's trying to keep this whole relationship hookup with Kyle under wraps. She regrets it. It's a mistake. She doesn't want anybody to know. She especially doesn't want Cara to know because it's going to ruin her game plan.
Right.
However, you knew Cara and Kyle were a thing way before you even got into this house. It's not like you found out the morning after you slept with Kyle and then are now regretting and trying to push it under the rug. She probably could have just never done this in the first place.
Well,
Pretty stupid.
yeah, I don't think that she is pretending she didn't know. I think that she came in on a high. She won. She thinks he's cute. They were the last people up. You know, I think it sort of happened. She didn't think it through.
Yeah, he was
I don't
very
think
up. He was very up, I'm sure.
He came into the hen house. I don't think she thought it through. I think upon further reflection the next day, she was like, that was really stupid and a mistake, and is now trying to keep it under wraps.
But does anybody think that Cara is actually going to go this entire season without finding this out?
No.
Raise your hand if you do. We all agree, right? Like, Cara's going to
course
find
not.
out.
Of course.
Of course, and sooner than later, and I think that Ashley's now really second guessing that.
We haven't really seen from Cara going after him the last couple episodes though, so maybe she's just finally over it, which
But
I hope.
people were in the room. People laughed. They saw it.
Well, but they did. Well, no, they know they were fooling around, but they don't know if they had sex, right?
Okay.
So
okay.
the other thing is that Cara has said in retrospect that like post show that she feels really stupid and it's adding insult to injury because the whole house knew and didn't tell her. Like she was always the last to know, which just makes you feel like the joke's on you. She doesn't like that. I think it's crappy. However, obviously he had hooked up with Faith beforehand, so maybe Ashley thought Cara, then Faith, now me. Like it's two girls back.
And then, okay, so this happens, and then they go out at night. And I like this for a few reasons. We see a few different storylines going on here. I like that Bananas and Davonne. I'm really growing to love Davonne. I think she carries herself in a very great way. Maybe her and Shane got into an explosive fight, but I agree with everything she's saying. She has a great demeanor. Her head is in this game. She's woke to everybody. She's not letting anybody tear her down. So her and Bananas are talking in the corner, and they're, instead of making an alliance with each other, they're just acknowledging, like, hey, you see all these people partying together, all 12 of these people. They're all best friends now. They're all in an alliance now. This is about to blow up.
Which we saw, not to jump into that, but which we saw it did with... We'll get to all that. I don't want to skip ahead, but I agree that they were talking about how it's actually kind of powerful not to be beholden to these alliances, and I agree with them.
I think this is like one of the first seasons where it's really good to kind of be a rogue team and kind of be on your own because you don't owe loyalty to anyone. And I mean, of course, you don't when you're in a group too, but I don't want to say I like Johnny in this episode, but I kind of like what he was doing. He's kind of, at this point, he has no choice to just be on his own. He can't really make friends with these people because no one wants to be his friend. So he's kind of I like the side thing. It's kind of fun.
That was my other thing that I was saying. Well, wait a second. Actually, Johnny and Tony could team up with Cara and Marie. I mean, and that would be a pretty tough alliance. And
but
obviously, Cara and Johnny are friends.
We like that they're rogue, and I think they like it too.
I think they're liking it.
Because they have no ties to everybody, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love that he's almost watching with like a bird's eye, God's view, and he's saying, instead of me going around and now trying to finesse alliances and fake lies and promises to other teams, me and Davonne are just going to sit here and say, we see what's happening. Like, you and I don't have to make an agreement, but we know that this is going to implode on itself, and we don't have to insert ourselves.
Also, that him and Tony are such a strong team that at this point, with so many players, unless there was some crazy move, they can just win and start making alliances when it's closer and it's more strategic, which is a nice advantage. If you're a weak team, you do have
I just think it's interesting. I'm going to piggyback on what you said, Dan. I feel like this season, out of all the seasons I've seen, like most times the alliances, you really know what the alliance is, right? Everybody kind of rides their alliances to the very end. But with the way that the voting is and the way that there's so many twists and turns, like it really is kind of like a free agents format, but with teams. So you don't necessarily know how it's going to go. And the fact that there's certain teams that have been able to fly by the radar, like Johnny Bananas and Tony, I'm like, really? It's like, really? But then again, all these rooks, all these new people are making all this noise, they're making all this drama, and as everybody knows, the more drama you make, the bigger of a target you're going to have.
Well, the other thing we saw in that bar scene was you had Joss talking to Hunter, and Hunter's like, hey man, you were the person that came up and shook my hand.
Right.
If they become an alliance, you got Hunter, Ashley, Joss, Sylvia. That is a big alliance that could go very far.
I think they already are, though.
Well, but that's when they were kind of just talking about, like, hey, let's do this, because Hunter and Joss, that is, to me, those like the strongest dudes in the house. Not like just Joss can run forever.
Right.
He doesn't stop. He won't, and Hunter will go through brick walls forever.
Yes.
He's on a hamster
You can't beat those two. I'm telling you.
That's a big alliance with big muscles, is what we can agree on. But then also in the bar scene, oh my God, we're spending so much time in this bar scene.
I know.
Considering nothing happened.
I just love that we get a little bit more of depth to Joss. I love that we're seeing his childhood. We get little pictures of him living on a farm. I love that he says, it doesn't look like I grew up on a farm. Joss, you're wearing a cut-off denim jacket. It does look like you grew up on a farm.
Overall, usually they do those storylines for something later on in the episode. What was the point of all that?
I think just...
Why did it matter? Because in the episode before, they do a whole photo shoot with him in like a thong bikini walking up the beach for girls.
Because girls will swoon. That's why, Dan. They do it for me, who's sitting there like,
guys will swoon too.
Hey, maybe I'm swooning a little bit too. I just, it was just so random.
They're doing it for the suckers that look at that, go, wow, there's more to Joss than just his pretty blue eyes.
I have a theory.
Last episode was his package showing the whole time, so I don't know what we're doing now.
Because all they do is sort of like make him pretty, which is fine because I think he is the dullest cast member on the entire show. So they have to, it's like if he's going to be a big player, they have to give him some sort of backstory, and he ain't doing it. He's so dull.
That's why they did that.
So they have to show his cute childhood pictures because everyone's a sucker for that. Me
Where
too.
do they get these? But before you come on the challenges,
Mrs.
we need
Joss.
3 childhood pictures from everyone on the
Facebook.
cast. They went on his Facebook.
I'm not even, I think the producers were like, we gotta love him. He might be a winner. He is so dull. Let's get something.
Isn't that crazy that producers have to come up with these ideas for every, like, what can we
Right.
focus on with each member? And
Well,
Josh,
they need
you
angles.
grew
You know
up on
what?
a farm.
You know what?
farm boy, a simple farm boy.
You know what that they can do to cater to Joss is let the guy run, let the guy compete, and then we have all the Joss footage we need. Anyway, not complaining. No one's complaining. The guys aren't even complaining.
certainly
There's your
fine.
motivation Monday through
yes.
Sunday right there. Anyhow, we're gonna get to the elimination, this crazy elimination, and we're gonna start off. We're gonna start it off
Yep.
by
Flip that
going
paper.
through the voting. But
Yeah.
before we do, I'm going to give you a cliffhanger. And my man to my left has got some important information for you.
Some important information is right. So, hey, After Buzzers, our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, which I'm sure you guys already know, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve the TV fans out there, but we need your help. Okay, we're asking that you guys please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. It's really easy to do. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, right? You'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications like skip ads, don't, because they're optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel and check out all of our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. And let us know in the actual comments, and we'll thank you on air. So for now, thanks for being the best fans and helping us be AfterBuzz, the ESPN of TV talk.
Woo!
Yeah.
TV talk, baby.
Yeah! He
Yeah.
killed that!
Yippee-ki-yay.
Oh my
Yippee-ki-yay.
God! Okay, Usher, you should let it burn because
know.
these are all burn votes.
Burn
Let's
votes
get into
indeed.
this crazy
Okay.
fest of burn votes. Sylvia and Joss vote for Brad and Kyle. Brad and Kyle vote for Sylvia and Joss. Shane and Nelson vote for Cara and Marie. They return the favor. Kay and Kay, Cam and Kayleigh vote for Ashley and Hunter. They return the favor. And then we get Bananas and Tony, the first rogue team. I'm like, yes, who are they going to vote for? This is awesome. We actually finally have somebody now who's not going to play a scared game, who's not going to just let their vote go to waste, right? And we're all dying to know who they voted for, but we don't get to
Right.
see it.
But who were they supposed to vote for in theory?
Who do you
No
think?
one.
It
No,
didn't- that's-
Bananas and Tony.
But that's my point. With I think they got nothing to lose. They just gonna be like, yeah, let's do. At this point, we're no one likes us. We're by ourselves. Let's vote for
So
who
do you
we
think the
want.
voting just basically happened to be like that? So it wasn't strategically planned. The fact that it was a tie, it just happened like that?
No. It was all
Well, no, yeah, I think you're right on that,
Yeah.
Justin. I don't think Bananas and Tony were like, oh, we're going to tie this up. No, they didn't do like a
Exactly.
camp plan. No, I think it was just random.
Coincidentally,
but they can
the way
literally
it
vote
happened.
whoever they wanted, and it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. They didn't plan it out because they knew it would be 2-2-2.
Yeah.
Right. It's Banana and Tony's, Davonne and Jose, who are rogue, who gets a vote for whoever they want.
Did anybody vote for Johnny
no
and
one.
Tony?
They had no votes.
Okay, because if you think about it, if Amanda and Zach voted for them, they would have had 2. They would have been tied, and then they could have re-voted them into there.
Oh.
Bam.
Bam.
Bye bye bananas, Tony. Or not
Bye-bye
necessarily, but they would have had to
Yeah.
go against whoever they want. I mean, that's what.
Right.
That's what.
No,
So,
no.
but everybody play a scared game. Amanda and Jose and Davonne again. Make your move. We talked about this last week.
But by doing the burn votes again, by using that strategy, aren't you're putting all of the power. I know that you're saving your friends and your alliances, but you're putting all the power
It's gonna
in the hands
backfire.
of Marie, Cara, Jose and Davonne, Bananas and Tony, and the power couple that won, Amanda and Zach. Because you and your friends are saying, our votes we're going to waste them on each other, but then you're giving the power to no one in your alliance.
Well,
yeah.
we have to address Marie's little freak out because that's exactly what that was. She was saying, okay, we're saying we're going to do this and they're saying they're going to do this. And eventually my prediction is someone's not going to do it and someone's going to be screwed. And sometimes the plan goes rogue, like what we saw happen to Tori and Derek. You assume everyone's doing one thing, But with Marie, she was concerned that
she was,
that they
but she
wouldn't-
was still safe this week. I think it's a crapshoot.
Well, she was wrong. She was in the wrong to be paranoid about it.
Yeah, I just don't like burn votes because of the fact that the strategy with the burn vote is the fact that, we're not going to avert suspicion or anything, but eventually someone always they're basically getting screwed, right? And you don't know who's getting screwed, and you might as well screw a person in, which I purposely want to get out Jozea and Davonne, not like, oh, well, we all burned, and coincidentally, sorry, Johnny and Tony, you guys are the ones that, got, basically thrown in. Yeah. So,
It can totally wind up unpredictably. Like, even if Jozea and Davonne got the votes tonight and had won, there's no way to have predicted that not only did they not do a tiebreaker, the team that Amanda and Zach picked, but they got to pick whoever they wanted. So it is,
and that's why they could have then picked Tony and Bananas again if they originally voted for the two of them.
Yeah,
that'd have been great.
They had the
no
power.
one wants to go against Tony and Bananas at this point.
No, but
Zach
and Amanda would not have had to.
They
someone
were
else
safe.
could have done it.
They could have made a power move.
That's all I was
They
saying.
would have known, and then but that's where you find out. It becomes obvious.
Is Zach that great of friends with Tony and Bananas? Am I wrong there? Are they friends?
That enemy at this point?
They're not going
Tony
to
and
be.
Bananas
Sure,
are.
I do.
They're like
at this
frenemies.
point,
This is where the scared game theme continues to pan out this season.
You have to make your move eventually.
Jozea and Davonne every time.
And let's think about it. Everyone's playing the scared game. Shane didn't play a scared game last week, and he survived this whole episode again. He's fine. No, it's fine.
If you had any reason to do an easy vote, Shane and Nelson's head were on a platter because Shane made an ass of himself.
And Jozea had an opportunity to go against him, right?
Yes.
And he still went with
what? We're gonna get to
let's
that
get
in
into
a
it
second.
then.
Stay tuned. We gotta keep the people at their seats. Okay. So Zach and Amanda, though, I love this partnership because I love them in the voting booth together. And Zach is giving what he wants as if it's fact, right? Like he does every season. And usually his partner always submits to him, except Amanda is giving it right back. And she's perfectly arguing his points. Like he doesn't want to throw in his boys, right? Well, she's like, then I don't want to throw in my girls. But then he's like, oh, but you're gonna have to throw in Nelson and Shane eventually. Like I love that these two are just going round and round and calling each other out. But for some reason, they are smarter. They're smart enough to know that they can make it work and that they can be the power couple in this game.
Right.
I think that they can be one of the best teams.
They were the winners, and they're good, and they're lucky that they're really good, because their alliances are all over the map, which at this point is working for them. She's got hers, he's got his, so people like both of them.
The only one they could agree on was Jozea and Davonne. Give me a break.
And they've been after them since the first episode, They're always going to go for
Just make a
Jozea and
move.
Davonne.
At this point, though, you're just getting rid of people with as little blood on your hands, except
But he's
saying
already
is
been
they're
doing
not-
that all game.
But what I'm saying is they're
season.
It's
on the
only-
same strength
so much
level.
more.
This is 9 episodes in. Think about that. 9
9 more.
episodes.
It's
time to make a
All right,
move.
okay. So now we're moving on to, oh my God, the elimination was absolutely insane. Armageddon.
God.
But first, we have to get into the fact that this was a triple tie. So they get there. Everybody is kind of saying, who did these rogue team vote for? Did people stick to their burn votes? Did everything go according to plan? And then we do the little light up show, and bam, bam, bam. We have 3 that lit up. Joss and Sylvia, which I think was maybe a burn vote gone wrong. Davonne and Jozea, no surprises, and Cam and Kayleigh.
Yeah.
People are real surprised about. So we see these 3 go off. Tiebreaker, Amanda and Zach, the power couple, gets a pick. Again, scared. We're throwing in the garbage team, which is like, yeah, Zach, why would you throw in a garbage team if you want to get to the final? Keep the garbage team around so you keep beating them.
That's
Rocket
all I've been
science.
saying this whole time.
Rocket freaking science. So then they get to choose. So the tiebreaker, Jozea and Davonne are chosen. They then get to choose
Man
who
in the
they're
sand.
going
Yep.
against. What do you think about their decision to choose Cam and Kayleigh? I was blindsided.
I thought it was a boneheaded decision.
you?
The
Why?
fact
Who
that-
did you want him to go for?
The obvious pick is Shane and Nelson. I mean, there's so much beef. It's like he talks all this trash.
I
and, like,
agree,
just-
but who do you think you can beat? I guess because it comes down to that in this.
But that's the thing.
It doesn't even matter. You have to win.
No, okay, but that's
last final
But that's
draw,
the thing
you know?
is they didn't win, right? So
Agreed.
A lot of times you think, oh well, if it's like
Hindsight,
I'm going to
Justin,
choose,
what if they
I'm going to
won?
choose 2 girls, it'll be. I'm going to choose 2 girls. It'll be so easy. But in the end, time and time again, you cannot count out anyone in this game because the way that they actually make the games, they make it so that it doesn't matter if you're a girl or guy, you can all win. And look at Kim. Her track record speaks for herself, dude. She always wins. So I would have never chose Kim because you never know. By looking at the water and by looking at this, it's like you don't know. It's not a pure strength. It's not a pure one-on-one thing. So I just thought it was a bad look to begin with. You know?
Game-wise, though, I agree with you because I'm saying, well, sort of. I think game-wise, it was a good move and a big move because he said you cut off the queen's head. She totally sabotaged them. That when she protected every team, it was except them.
Yeah.
She's gunning for them. So game-wise, I do understand why, A, they thought they could take them out more easily, which is what it all comes down to. But B, there was a lot of reasons why they're enemy. I mean, they're not friend teams.
Cam didn't feel that way in the ambulance area, by the way.
Okay, but Cam felt that way when she was called. She knew why she was called in. That's what annoyed me later.
And that's so weird. But
ambulance.
then that's so weird that she would say all those things to him.
That's what I'm
to
saying.
Jose,
So
you know?
after she wins, or after the I don't think they knew that they won yet. After the competition part was over, and she's in the ambulance, and she's now, well, what was that about? Why'd you throw us in? Huh? You just scared of us? I get it, Cam. I would definitely be on that level as well because she kills it week in and week out. I completely understand that. However, that did annoy me and rub me the wrong way because, okay, Jose didn't know that was going to be the competition. He didn't know that you guys weren't going to nearly drown in ice cold water. So you can't blame him for what the obstacle was. And at the same time, you knew good and well why he threw you in because you tried to throw him in.
Exactly.
Cam, you master manipulated the entire game to get rid of Jose and Davonne.
Yes. So of course
you completely tried to get them to go. So why?
And she got it. She said that when TJ said,
She
"How do
knew.
you feel about being up
So
there?"
you two think that he should have put in Cam?
I like the
But
move.
Justin, you said no.
No.
Okay,
I
that's
like-
interesting. All right.
I
think
like the
that's-
move.
I
One,
do too.
because the same exact reason. Because Cam and Kayleigh did try to get rid of them. So try to get rid of them
That's
back.
their
And it's
vendetta.
also they're dethroning the entire mastermind of the game. Again, off with the queen's head. If they get rid of Cam, it's almost like the entire strategy of Cam's plan crumbles.
But Justin, so you don't.
I just
that,
don't agree with that reasoning. Personally, I feel that no one is ever going to say, you know what, I chose you because you're easier than me, because I thought I was going to beat you. No one is ever going to say that.
That's
They're
not
going to give a
the reason.
BS excuse of like, Cam's. I mean, there's so many other people that he could have probably chosen that he probably could have beaten.
You think
right?
they would have had a better chance against Nelson and Shane?
Yeah.
You do. See,
I
that's
do
why.
think
That's
so.
the only reason I'm voting for
Yeah.
Cam. I thought Kayleigh, because the thing is,
But what's
I thought
the basis,
Kayleigh would be a
though?
little weaker. That's all. And she did struggle. I mean, they both struggled. That was,
Yeah.
props to both those girls. That was the most intense thing that I've seen in a while when it comes to an elimination.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's
and I
nothing.
felt it's too. You're upside down
Exactly.
and it's freezing. Those are like, no, I don't even want to do that. No
Everyone
thanks.
in the chat's talking about, oh, well, Shane's a good swimmer. This is not a swimming thing. This is like a
He can
very
hold his breath,
difficult.
though.
Right, yeah.
This is a
You
very
don't do it,
difficult
but being
And he's
upside down.
Upside
that
down,
would
you're
destroy
just.
me.
I mean,
And
this is a
Shane's smart.
very difficult challenge.
Okay, I love that you guys are saying
Yes.
this because let's just list off the reason. Let's list off the recipe as to why this was like the most intense, craziest, dangerous
Right.
challenge. Okay, you're hanging upside down. That's already all the blood rushing to your head. Your partner is controlling how deep and how quickly you can get in and out of the water. You're holding your breath in freezing sub-temperature water while memorizing a effing puzzle that's going this way, that way, color, solid,
45 minutes,
pattern.
by the way.
45 minutes. You're drowning. This was just absolutely insane. Whatever side we're on, none of them stopped.
All of them, yeah.
None of them quit. None of them said, I can't do this anymore. They powered through that like absolute animals.
Yeah. I couldn't watch. I couldn't watch. I was like getting cold and nervous watching. And there was some point where Carr was like, I don't know who's winning, who's losing, who's winning. That's how I felt watching. It was like scary and we're cold. We're cold here in the studio
props to
too.
Kayleigh and Davonne.
Yeah,
That
they all
was
did good,
very
though.
intense. I felt so bad for those ladies, and that's another one of the reasons why I don't want to say I'm pro Jose and Davonne, but I'm skipping ahead, but I wanted them to pull that double cross. I liked it. That's who I wanted.
That is really
Yes.
head because not because it's any dislike towards Cam or Kayleigh or not because I don't think they're sick in their own right.
Right.
I wanted Jose and Davonne to
Me
win
too.
that elimination so bad.
I didn't mind them losing the elimination, but when they went to the house, I wanted them to pull the double cross.
I wanted
Justin, not so much.
I mean, the result's still the same. It doesn't matter if they pulled it or if they didn't pull it. I mean, I mean, it's fate. It's literally.
But isn't it fun to keep seeing them come back, Justin? Like, I love that.
They are like cockroaches.
Yeah,
You try
I
to
love
step
it.
on them, you try to kill on them, they will not die. They're going to survive no matter what. And it's just so frustrating because I hate them
It's like-
so much, but no one can get rid of them.
It's like Hunter from a couple
Cockroaches.
seasons ago with
Oh
Hunter.
my
I love seeing
God.
Hunter keep coming
But
back.
this is
Why
luck,
don't these guys
and that
just
was
go
skill.
away?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
With
They did
Jose,
win though one time.
I
Right?
have come around on Stars vs. Champs. I was like, this guy, what is he doing? Now I have come around to Jose, and I wanted them to win. Just because
There you go.
also I love Cam and I love Kayleigh, but she's a little smug about her victories.
I
and
love
I
Jose.
wanted to see
yeah.
Because
someone
he
take her
just
down.
walks around. I love his energy. I love his demeanor.
I'm not going to go that far. I'm more of a Davonne fan.
I love it. He walked into the redemption
Me
house and
too.
was like,
Davonne
"What's
is funny.
up?" I was
He's so
like, "Yay,
annoying,
Jose!"
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's
Well,
so annoying.
agree,
He's
disagree,
okay.
embrace debate.
Embrace debate.
Embrace debate.
Yes.
I almost messed up. But I guess
Yeah.
now Jose and Davonne are going back to the redemption house for like the fourth
Dude.
time. Listen, for like the fourth time. However,
Third time, right?
do
Or-
they still deserve the title I don't know, I'm
Three or
exaggerating.
four.
bunch.
My
They've
life
been-
is
they've
an
been there for a while.
exaggeration.
Yeah.
But do they still deserve the title garbage team? Because they really played, I think that they performed pretty well in the challenge.
No.
But
Zach
they did
called
get
the
6
girls
wrong. And then-
whores tonight. So Zach's playing fast and loose with his verbiage here. He called the Lavender ladies a bunch of whores. Remember during there, he's like, "You're
but that's-
lavender whores."
That's typical Zach. though.
yeah, I'm not ever one to defend Zach, and I think that he is misogynistic. However, I think that he threw that out loosely, and I don't think he actually meant that. I think he was just
Still,
like,
I think he's saying garbage team the same way. I think he's just
Okay.
doesn't. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I don't think he doesn't have any affiliation with them. They're rookies. He doesn't care about them.
but
I think
people
he's
could
just,
dub them a garbage team because they've been back to the redemption house and back and back and back. But are they now after this elimination? What do you
To
guys
answer your
think?
question,
losing,
I feel like in life you're either lucky or you're good, and I feel like Jose and Davonne are lucky. They're not good. Every single thing that has happened for them, whether it's the double cross, the elimination, you think like, okay, they're going to the redemption house, they're done, they're gone, and look at it, they're just lucky. But luck runs out. Luck runs out.
Every newbie needs to go through this process of having some luck, but also having a little skill involved. And they're going through their journey right now, just like a lot of other first timers on the challenge have. And they're not going to win, but they're hanging on.
What if
Good for
they
them.
do, guys?
No,
my
not
God.
possible.
I mean, they're not.
Don't
There's
never
gonna
say
be one
never.
swimming challenge, and Jose's screwed. All right,
screwed, yeah.
honestly, there's no way he
Yeah.
wins.
I love Davonne and wish that I could see her with a different
There you
partner
go.
in the future.
Oh, guys.
I like Jozea too. He's grown on me, but she's funny and smart and
Sure.
great, and I would like to see her succeed. And I feel like I think she would go further with a different partner, and I'd like the opportunity to see that in the future.
I like
That
it
being
from
said,
tonight's episode.
I am gonna debate you again.
Okay.
Just because I think that they have a beautiful friendship partnership. I think their communication is
Yes.
great. I think they're there for each other. I think that they actually are a great team. Maybe not skill wise, but they have every other point. They communicate. They got each other's backs. They're on
Agreed.
their page and their page only.
They have to be though, because there's no one else is gonna help them. They're
Dan.
rookies. I'm just saying.
It's
I'm
true
just
love,
saying.
okay?
I like
think
it.
I don't know if Davonne likes
We'll
Jose
see.
as much as Jose's pro Davonne.
I hope everybody
They're enemies
just-
for a reason, right?
I hope everybody
Yeah.
turned their volume down when I just screamed. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Everyone's
Well-
ears just shattered.
On Team Unity, I did love, because I know Cara Marie and Marie don't love each other, and I love both of them. So I loved tonight seeing them like girl talking in bed, just
They
sort of
were.
like resigned. I was like, yeah,
They
come
were
on,
lounging
girls.
together.
They were like friends.
All right,
They
guys,
were-
we have like 3 more minutes. Well, not for the whole show, until we get into
okay.
segments and news and gossip. But so I just do want to say, Tori got her swagger back.
Yeah.
Remember, we were saying that she was like very peaceful and zen this season. Jose and Davonne walked right in. She goes, "Oh, this is funny. You guys are here. This is funny. You're talking about people going back on their word. How about when you went back on your word?"
Are y'all pro Tory? Because I'm
I think-
totally not.
I am. Oh, I'm so
I'm not. I was hating on that whole thing.
I think she has over personalized this thing, especially with Cara Maria and Marie. They thought, this is the way it is, this is the plan. Our changing our vote, our burn vote, is not going to affect it at all. And unfortunately it did, which we see, but I do think she's taking it way too personally and
Yes.
saying things like, oh, that's what I wrote. Like they didn't try and because Derek was saying to her, well, they're saying it was just a burn vote, but it was more calculated. I do not think it was.
Do you think that Tori got moted when she got in the house by Davonne? Just straight up like owned, just in terms of like everything that
confused.
What is moted?
You don't know what moted is?
Moted.
Motorboated? I don't think she did.
No.
Oh my god! People in the chat, can you please type in what moted means?
That's something I can get behind.
So my co-host know what
guys,
moted
someone
is.
in the live chat.
Well,
what
just
does
tell us what it
moted
means.
mean?
It's just kind of like
demoted.
No, like moted, like
Owned?
you got owned, you got
Owned?
served.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
yeah, you got
vocab lesson
moted.
has taken away one of our minutes.
How about this? How about this? Tori and Derek, why don't you perform a little better in the challenges and maybe you wouldn't be in the redemption house? Done. I'm over the Tori thing.
Ooh, they just got moted by Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, too bad I'm not on the show.
Yeah.
I feel like Dan is just hashtag over this whole season.
No. Oh, no. I'm over just a couple of the characters.
Okay.
Characters.
However, I do think I loved this fight. I think they both have valid points. I was like, ooh, Davonne is right. Ooh, Tori's right. I do think in Tori's defense, Javon, I'm just gonna name him Javon.
That's kind of fun.
Javon,
yeah.
please. I love
Javon
it.
did give Tori their word. Tori was banking on their vote to go towards Angela and
What
Faith.
does a word mean in this game? Nothing. Cam didn't give her word the other time. I'm going to vote for you and you, but then I'm going to throw it. It's
But
nothing.
they don't know each
But
other.
also, even if it doesn't hold any water, it still is means to be upset with somebody.
I understand that one more than the car because I do car and Marie, which I get. It still made them wind up there, so she is right. Tori, I feel you, girl. However, I think that in the case of Davonne and Jozea, they're not friends. They don't owe each other anything. And Davonne and Javonne was more. They were more rebelling against Shane than lying to Tori. I think it was a unfortunate. Right. They were more saying, "Don't you tell us who to vote for. We're not going to vote the way you tell us."
I like that.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Good job.
Thank
okay.
you. Okay.
Case
Wow.
closed. Verdict
Case closed,
is in.
bro.
This was the episode of D&J. KK, you're good too, but D&J, you're good too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Yay.
A, B, C.
A, B, C, D.
Okay.
We know the alphabet. We're going to get into a special segment now. This is an easy one, but we want you guys to play along. And let's try to find things that maybe we didn't cover too much. We're just going to do a loved it, hated it. Loved it, best part of the episode, hated it, cut it from the episode sort of thing. Who's got one that they're excited about? Pam,
I got one.
Start it up, girl.
And it's a duel. It's a sort of two sides of one coin. Loved it, hated it.
Ooh.
We did touch on this, but it was my loved it, hated it. Loved Cam dealing with Kayleigh post competition.
Yes.
Very nice.
So
Yes.
supportive, so cool. So you're a champ. You're Killer Kayleigh. It's not me. It's you. So awesome.
Yes.
Loved it. My heart was wrote. I love Cam right now. So chill. So amazing. Boom, in the same space, it flipped to what you want to see my partner freeze to death. To Jozea, it's like, what? Of course,
Come on, no, of course
come
not.
at me
That's
personally.
strong. That's strong. Yeah.
That was a little. I was like, wait, she was so chill and rational and comforting. You don't need to lash out at someone in order to comfort someone else. It's a game. I mean, she wasn't helping at all. I feel like at that point it was like, God, guys, we just been through the ringer together. You feel like win or lose, you done a good game. And I was a little disappointed that she came at him so hard, so personally, and didn't say any sort of congratulations to Davonne, who was like, I don't care about this right now. I'm like freezing. And so I loved her, and then she flipped it real quick.
Dan, what'd you love? What'd you hate?
I love that there was balls floating in the water, blue balls, because it was so cold in that water.
Ooh.
I don't know why those balls were there. I was so confused.
To just make it more hard.
And I love that Polly did not get the double cross.
You're a hater.
Bye, Polly.
Justin, what'd you love? What'd you hate?
I loved Natalie in the confessional.
Why?
Holler, if you actually saw the episode, she was looking
She
real
looked,
good.
She looked
She was
very
looking
nice. It was a
very
quick
good.
shot.
It was a
but
quick
you
shot.
You couldn't miss it.
Couldn't
Her
miss it.
personality was shining.
shined.
Was
Yes.
huge in this
her
episode.
personality was
Personality was
like-
She's got a
amazing.
very perky personality.
It's double the
exactly.
trouble.
Yeah.
And
That was too little.
And what I hated was just the fact that Jose, I'm like, you understand that you just got sent to the redemption house, and he was smiling and laughing. I'm like, you understand that you might have been basically shot for a chance at $1 million, right? The entire time I was like, you understand you just got sent to the redemption house, so just kind of like, but then again, like I said, I mean, he's lucky. He's
I
lucky.
think what you're trying to say is that you hate Jose.
In case I didn't,
That is Justin's theme for
in
tonight.
case you didn't, in case that didn't come off like this episode.
So
but,
if Jose and Davonne are eliminated next week and we're doing Loved It, Hated It 8 weeks from now, Justin's going to be
Loved
like,
it.
I just
I'll be like,
hated Jose.
I just hated. I'm like
that he watched from home and he
Davonne.
tweeted out that
best
he watched.
part of the whole series was them losing.
I loved it, hated it. I love Veronica's workout plan.
Oh my
I
God.
love CT.
I'm glad someone brought it up.
I love CT apologizing. I love Tori and Natalie outside working and Veronica having her mouth open with like 18 million spiders crawling in there. She is like grizzly bear snore up in her bed. And then CT's like, okay, well, I'm sorry, which was really cute. He gave a whole cute spiel about, let me try a different approach. I want you to lead the workout, Veronica workout plan. And I want to go to Veronica's boot camp now. It looked fun.
I liked it too.
Hated it. I hated that CT did not pull the double cross, and I hated that Amanda didn't know the Spice Girls. But that was
Now we
fake
know.
news, and we fixed it.
Yes.
Okay. News and gossip. Dan put news and gossip on his back this week.
On his
So
back?
I did?
Give him the
did?
microphone.
Oh, I have stuff, yeah. Oh, so remember we asked people to DM me last week?
Yes.
Got a DM.
Yes.
Got a DM.
Got a DM?
I got a DM.
So lucky.
Official Skyfall _96. Give him a shout out on Instagram. He gave me some Challenge 33 rumors. Let's go through them real quick. They're not spoilers. They're
Okay.
just rumors. They don't know if it's really going to
Yes.
happen.
It's news and gossip.
It's news and gossip. It's just rumors, no spoilers
Yeah.
here. I got one spoiler I'm going to get her with. Shut the block your ears.
Oh, crap.
Rumor, it could be fresh meat. Could be fresh meat. And by fresh meat, they might be getting people from Asia's Next Top Model and The Bachelorette.
Ooh.
Okay, this is a
Did you say?
big-
Did you say Asia's Next Top Model?
Asia's Next Top Model.
Oh my god.
And the
That's where they're gonna
Bachelorette.
bring
Can
the
I
fresh meat
submit
from.
my application for Fresh Meat 3?
If it's the whole
Please!
Justin's excited. As am I.
the whole Bachelor franchise, like males and females,
That'd be
or
crazy.
just
It just said
girls?
all it said was The Bachelorette, so that could
my
probably
God. That's
mean
cool.
they get some males from there, and then from Asia's Next Top Model, if it's just girls on there, they get girls from there. I don't know.
I don't-
Asia's Next Top Model was it guys and girls? I
This
don't
is
watch
a
it.
I don't
spoiler and a
believe
half,
this.
so I'm
I
closing
don't
my
believe
ears.
this
Let me know when
rumor
it's done.
because ABC is Bachelorette and CBS and MTV are
Yeah,
sort of
but it
united.
doesn't ruin the show. It's just and the cast here. You go. It's not a
not
bad one.
confirmed.
The
I like
cast,
it.
the
I like
cast
it
is
too.
going to be
Don't
probably
tell me!
the largest cast. No, I'm not going to tell you who's on it. 22 men, 22 women competing. That's the
That's
largest
a
cast
lot,
they have.
dude.
22 and
Oh
22.
God,
Okay.
it's going to be 198 episodes.
As long as they have CT, that's all I
Can the
care
hater
about.
blockers
Block your ears for the last one. I'm going to do one more. You're going to want to block your ears for this one.
But the
And
thing
guys,
is,
we'll
I
laugh
can
about
actually
it.
still
Really,
hear
come on. We don't have a lot of time. Real
Go,
quick.
go.
You blocking it?
Yeah.
Guys, guess who the host is going to be? TJ Lavin. Don't tell her.
Oh my god.
Go. Oh my God! I can't believe.
Oh my god, I hate that
Oh
guy.
my God.
Reveal.
News on the Real World front, courtesy of Corinne Sullivan, who writes for
Nice.
Pop Sugar. Bunna Murray Productions released a casting call for the next season of Real World. Hopefuls all applied, though it doesn't necessarily guarantee they're going to actually make another season because they have their hands full with
The
Are You
Challenge,
the One,
yeah.
Fuller Bama Shore, The Challenge, etc.
They should do
And
it.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
and no location has been released for that.
Okay.
And finally, MTV is delving into the royal world.
True story. When people stop being white and start being royal.
The royal world, a play on the real world, Justin. You got it. It's an entertaining show that invites you into a world which is utterly closed to most of us. I know. The world of young, titled royals and aristocrats. Kill me now. Expect
Bloods.
headline-grabbing gossip that leaves palaces swarming.
God.
Interesting word. As we get to know the real people behind the titles. It's
wait.
gonna air in 2018, 180 countries.
The only thing I
Wow.
want for that to happen is for you to voice the trailer.
Yeah,
and
voice
actually,
this
if,
voice.
did you watch X on the Beach and how there was a commentator? I want you to be the commentator of the royal world.
Thank you so much. I need the work.
Love you, Dan, for doing that research and letting this out here. Thank you.
You got it.
I have a few things to add because I got a few
Great.
tweets as well. So thank you all. So Olivia, our girl, tweeted at us again, and she sent me Kayla's Instagram, which I miss, and it kind of alludes to the fact that maybe Kayla had to have an early departure from filming on the Lohan show because she maybe got into a fight. This is
Whoa.
Olivia
my God.
0912. Because her caption was "Trouble in Paradise," and this was interesting, and it looks like she's back maybe earlier than the other people, and she also tweeted out later when your heroes become your rivals. So it's like, oh, did you and
Oh
Lindsay
my
Lohan?
God, I love
Did you
that.
and Lindsay Lohan go at it?
Did you guys see the Lindsay Lohan dancing video?
No.
Oh my God, you guys.
Wait, I also have to give another
with us.
shout out to AJ, Lila X15, and also Ashley Quadessa for sending me the same thing. CT is getting married, y'all.
CT?
Wedding bells. CT is getting married. He's getting married this Saturday. So sorry, ladies.
Oh, wow.
Sorry to myself because he was probably always
He's
the
gonna
dream.
smash some cake and eat it.
He was always the dream.
Where are they getting married? Where?
Lila
Location?
Net Solares, I believe, is his fiance's name.
Oh.
They are getting
Thought that
married
was the location.
in South Florida. Best part
Florida.
is the rumor is that MTV is going to film this for an MTV special.
I hope so. I want
that's
to see
fun.
that.
No,
Yeah.
just let him be in peace.
Any potential cast members? at
He's
the wedding?
probably getting paid for it.
Yeah,
though.
I think
But, like,
we would have to
ew.
agree to that.
Let's just keep some of our personal life
You know
personal.
what?
I
If
feel
someone's
like.
offering you money, take it.
Yep.
But your wedding, okay. Anywho, no one even knew who
Weddings are
his fiance
expensive,
was
man.
this entire time, and now all of a sudden
If they're
she's going to
pay,
be on a
weddings are
special.
expensive.
But
They wanna pay for your
thank you to
wedding.
the article that those two hit me up with. Johnny is not invited. Johnny Bananas is not invited because Kenny said on Derek's podcast that Johnny
Kenny.
told Kenny
Kenny Santucci.
that CT knocked up a hooker, is what Johnny allegedly said, as well as calling CT fat. So Johnny, you always
Which
ain't
brings me
invited to the
back
wedding.
to people can still beat up fat guys, and that's not right. I don't like that at all. And you know what? I'm supposed to like Johnny for saying that. Like, oh, right in the comment
No.
section that I'm supposed to like Johnny. Come on, that's awful.
You don't have to like him. I want to say real quick that I understand that privacy and marriage and all that stuff. I think I love CT so much, and I think that the world loves CT. He's definitely a fan favorite, and we want to see him get a happy ending.
Yes.
So I do.
There,
My mind is going a different way with that. I'm so sorry.
we're gonna end on that note. CT's happy
I definitely want a happy ending.
because
Dan wants a
I
happy
wanna-
ending.
That's
I
great.
want to wrap it up
Oh!
before Tony yells in my ear.
Okay.
You can't
Okay.
beat that. Wink,
Thank
wink.
you guys for joining us. My name is Jenna Bussiere. Again, love you guys for tweeting me the hot gossip because I would have missed it otherwise. So thanks, ladies and gents. Jenna_Bussiere.
Thanks, guys, for watching. It's your boy, Jay Yang on Instagram. Tweet me. I'm sorry, did I say tweet me? I said hit me up on Instagram.
He does not have to
I don't have to do it anymore. So I'm like using that. But yeah.
This one's just
Your
going
boy
through the
Jay Yang.
motions.
I know.
Guys, I'm on the Facebook.
I'm
call
on the
me,
Facebook,
Call
call
me
me,
sometime.
you know.
I mean,
Nobody ever does, though. So sad. So
Thank you
sad.
guys for hanging out with us. This was a busy episode, so we appreciate you hanging with us. We love you so much in the chat, and we enjoy talking about this with you and getting the news and gossip and all your thoughts and feelings on the episode all week long. So tweet, Instagram me, all the stuff at Pamela Gross Show.
everything sounds so sensual. Instagram me.
Yeah. The Dan Lindgren. The Dan Lindgren on Instagram. Bye, guys. See you later. See you later.
Later, alligators.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.